All right, welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are currently, as of right now, on the high port of Thebus, and they've taken a job for an Aslan. He's listed as a minor noble, but Aslan do not have nobility. He's some high-ranking mucky muck named Fatakwa, and he, like all Aslan lords, he, you know, has been blessed with many children, and all of his lands and titles and basically everything, of course, will be inherited by his first son, and technically speaking, the second sons get nothing. But that's not entirely true. He has one of his second sons. He is furnished with a small transport ship and told him to basically go forth and make his own way in the world. And the kid decided that he was going to snatch up some land on Thebus because there's a lot of land to be had. Now, I mean, Thebus isn't. It's certainly not a prize. It has a thin atmosphere. You need to wear a compressor mask in order to breathe, which is why most of all of the commerce really takes place on the high port. But there is a small downport and there is a star town there, which basically is the only population that is counted for the planet Thebus, and there are about 8,000 people there. And they have, when the Sindalians bombed the shit out of Thebus, the nukes and the biologics kind of all got together, and in addition to wiping out most of the population, they have now been sitting there, and they have mutated some of the life over the past 2,000 years, 1,000 years, something like that. Anyways, one of the creatures that has mutated is the Theban lion, and um, it is the Theban lion getting a going on a safari and getting a Theban lion pelt is one of the big three for any imperial noble that is traveling through the Reach. That's one of the three things that they want to come back with to prove that they, I don't know, they have big balls, I guess. I don't know. But so there are a number of these. So the high port has a law. You can't land your ship on the planet unless you go to the high port first, which you guys have done. You're docked with the high port. And so there is this, and most people don't want to go to the planet anyways, because aside from hunting, there's really no reason to be there. And so there is a cottage industry that has grown up on the high port of sending regular shuttles down to the downport to conduct these hunting expeditions, these safaris. And so that is kind of where they're at. They will have to come up with their decision on how they want to go down. Now, this is something that is important to note too. So Thebus is listed as law level 7. That law level 7 really applies to the high port. The once you're down on the planet, they don't really give a shit, and so you can take anything that you want. Some of the hawkers that are yelling out for the safari trips as you're walking through the concourse, uh, you know, even mentioned that, you can overhear them. The one time they transferred down via shuttle a 30 millimeter autocannon for somebody.
Wow.
So
Puny. That's a puny.
so I
That's
mean,
not very big.
so
You need at least 120 millimeters.
pretty much nothing is beyond the scope, and they can transfer it from your ship directly to the cargo hold of the shuttle before you leave. And so you can take whatever you want down the planet side. So before we get started, we would like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. Tonight, we'd like to thank Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes balms, butters, oils, beard wash, beard conditioner. They've got a deodorant. That is a tin of beard balm, which is the same one that I'm wearing tonight. That is the Hero. It smells of pipe tobacco and a light cologne, something along the lines of warm amber. I don't know what warm amber smells like, but they claim that that's in there. Um, they have many scents, and all of their scent profiles are a different fantasy character, such as the Hero or Dr. Wolf, which is another one of my favorites.
That's
Um,
good too.
so yeah, you can find a ton of different scents. They even have an unscented one, and so they do have a buy one get one free option. So if you go to fablebeardco.com, you can take 2 beard oils, put it into your cart, and when you're checking out, use the code FIRST in all capital letters, and that will get you your second beard oil for free. They also have a new line for women, and I wish I would have kept that email because I said to myself, I'm like, I need to bring this up, and then I ended up deleting the email, and so now I don't remember what the name of the website was, but it's Fable something along those lines. But they've got perfume and body wash and lotions and things that ladies would like. So yeah, check them out. They have
Do they
excellent
have the
products.
one with pipe tobacco and blueberries for girls?
They don't. I don't think they do. Yeah, all of their ladies' scents that I saw, it was all like a pear and peach base or a pear and apple base scent. So yeah, you should definitely check them out. If you would like to help the channel out, we do have a shop via Zazzle for merch. We have buttons and T-shirts. One design on those is the Pirates of Drinax pirate flag that Cameron made for us, and that is available in a button and a T-shirt on there. We have a large, 3-size, comes in 3 sizes, fleece blanket with a map of the Glostian Empire on it from our role-playing game campaign setting Braunhaven. There is a beer stein. There's all sorts of stuff on there. So, yeah, if you want to help us out, 100% of the proceeds from that goes directly back into the channel, helps us pay for subscriptions and all the little knick-knack things that make things work. And so, yeah, if you want to help out, go get yourself a T-shirt and a button. And we appreciate you. Okay.
Do you have a keyword for finding you on Zazzle?
If you search for Greenwater Guildhall, it should pop up, I believe.
Well, we'll try.
I have the link here, I think.
Yeah, you put in Greenwater and your stuff shows up.
Excellent. That's even better.
Well, there you go. So we're currently on the high port now. Is that
Yes.
what's up?
Yes. So you are currently on Thebus Highport, and yeah, and like I said, as you guys have left this meeting, so Fatakwa is basically him and his retinue have taken over a conference hall and a series of pretty much an entire wing of a major hotel. And basically he's holding court, and one of the last things that he told you, part of this mission, if you're going to find his son Fatatius, is that you need to keep it on the down low, because he has already bragged to other Aslan nobles that his son is going to do fantastic things. And if it were to get out that he had to hire anybody to go rescue, especially humans, that would be a great embarrassment, and he would lose a lot of honor in that. And so, keep it on the down low. He is offering a nice sum of money to each of you. What was that? It was 50,000 credits per person, and that will
We
double.
upped it to 100. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
With
Yeah,
a broken spark or something?
if you bring back Fatadius alive, it'll double, and if you are able to bring back his ship, it'll be doubled again.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
And in addition to that, if you were able to complete this mission, he has also offered a trade credit that offers a 5% discount up to 10,000 credits total when dealing with Aslan clients. Basically, you just invoke his name, and you can get this trade credit applied to whatever it is that you're purchasing. So it's not that great, but any
It's
discount
nice.
better than nothing.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean
free
it's something.
coupon.
Yeah. But our primary mission is to intercept this ship and stop the mission.
That is
Stop
true.
the.
That is true. So yeah, you are your main reason for being here at Thebus is that you're basically looking for two ships. You were looking for their first reason for being at Thebus is to find a far trader named the Principled Profiteer that has been it's not confirmed. It's like 90% credible that its crew has taken on the task of supplying Ihati bands on the surface of Thebus with weapons and equipment. And so Prince Richter kind of threw you in that direction.
And we have both the Anubis and the Scouts Honor out in system searching for the ship.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other ship, of course, is the Dawn Seeker. That is a as far as you can tell, it is a modified fat trader, subsidized merchant that you suspect is responsible for dropping chemical weapons back on Paul, and so Prince Herrick has kind of sent you. He wants you to look into that and get more information, if not the crew itself. And I get ideally, ideally you would put a stop to it. Prince Herrick wouldn't cry if you were to bring those chemical weapons to him, but he realizes that even if he has those chemical weapons, it simply means that nobody else would be able to use them, because he certainly wouldn't be able to use them, because if he did, basically any ounce of goodwill that he has generated, that his father has generated in the creation so far of the Kingdom of Drinax could fall apart using just one of those weapons. And so it's a double-edged sword.
We've kind of been pretty adamant about destroying such items as we come across them.
That's true.
I seriously
Yeah.
doubt Captain Beth would let us do anything else with them. So,
No, it just fired into the nearest sun.
yeah, she's quick to have those fucked off. Just pointing that
nukes
out.
are one thing, but biological weapons, that's a whole
We've
lot.
got to have our own moral compass, man. Or what are we?
Well, I mean, at
That's
least you
right.
guys are able to draw a line in the sand somewhere.
So, right, what I think would be, if we've got to do a bunch of searching and all that, I think we should just take the Osiris and have all our shit and with us, and we kind of go looking around for. God, we got 3 ships now.
So they can. What I was thinking is we could go to the planet to explore, and those ships can monitor for the Principal Profiteer and the Dawn.
Dawn
Seeker.
Seeker.
I think Dawn Treader every single time. I'm like, no, that's not even the right.
So, okay.
attitude.
Let's see here. Where is Thebus? Thebus is a moon of the first gas giant in the system, way up here at the top. And so, of course, you got a large gas giant here. You got well, I mean, in system, less than 1 AU. Well, shit, 0.2 AU, 0.34 AU. You know, these two gas giants are, well, all three of them are fairly close together. These are the obvious locations for a ship coming in that would want to do wilderness refueling. And you do know that that the principal profiteer they have not been logged as going to the high port in several years.
So that is the most logical place to have our Harriers stealthily patrolling those three systems there. I
Okay.
mean, those the gas giants
three
there.
gas giants. Okay.
Yeah, and if any of the ships on our thing, they should hit me up immediately. I mean, you
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
that's
They
that.
they could be on the surface too. Who knows? Like,
Right, but
I mean, really, the first gas giant is the most likely one. If they come out of jump, the most likely scenario, the most logical scenario, at least in my mind, and you guys would probably think the same way. They're going to come out of jump. Their fuel tanks will be empty.
right.
They
And they're
are.
gonna refuel.
They'll probably want to immediately refuel, and the reason for that is that they're doing
Dirt.
something questionable. It's not illegal what they're doing, but it certainly doesn't look good for them. And so
Right.
they're going to want to leave Thebus with full tanks. So they're either
Yep.
going to refuel at the large gas giant, or they're going to refuel on the ground on Thebus. One or the
So
other.
if we had our ships just there looking at the kind of just monitoring the closest gas giant to Thebus, in theory they could also monitor any traffic headed to Thebus.
True. That is
And
true.
you know, with their high thrust speed and long range weaponry, I mean, I don't think they'd be a danger, but you know, there's that. Just a point of note while we're kind of here, and you said that a lot of nobles like to go hunting.
Yes, they do.
Can
Well,
we
not just
kidnap
nobles, but
them?
I mean anybody who gets the opportunity. So, like right now, docked in port, and this is what the locals of the high port call party season. And the reason they call it party season right now, there is a Galoof class mega freighter docked. That's a 30,000+ ton freighter, and so this crew, they are going to disgorge into the high port, and those casinos and bars are going to flood with people, and so of course everybody who lives on the high port is really happy about this because their economy just went through the roof, and those tourists are going to have the opportunity to go out on a hunt, and they can come back. I mean, your average space. It doesn't have to be nobles. Nobles do it because nobles are dicks, but your average tourist can go down and go on a safari hunt too. It's not out of the realm, especially during party season, because now all of a sudden there are discounts on everything because it doesn't matter. They're
Yeah.
going to make money either way.
I want to see if I can purchase an ad. If I get clearance from Captain, what I want to try to do is while we're out looking for shit, is also locate some of these fucking lions and see if we can get the highest ranking fucking Imperial notable we can to go on a hunt. And we give them a great hunt, a great good time. And as we drop them off, then we do that name drop. And that will be a good experience for an Imperial noble with hopefully some pull to give us good points in the scheme of the
like to
Imperial.
get some social, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, just kind of we won't use our fucking names and shit on our ads to try to get but we will like use maybe a steward skill or something like that to have the high end social etiquette that it would take
Mhm.
to draw in a
Yeah,
high.
that's a good place to network. If we get the chance,
Yeah,
that's not a bad
yeah,
idea.
so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a little money to go ahead and run an ad and see if I can get a bite on. I want to word it and everything as if this is not some shit that some freighter junkie would fucking purchase. He would not want this. I want to price it in such a way that only high end nobles would want this experience. And I'll offer free transport to the hunting site with rich prey that they can take on, as well as all room and board
So
transportation.
you want to lead the hunt.
Yes, I want to be a guide, and I'm trying to
Well,
put an ad.
so I mean, I find this. I mean,
I thought we just subcontracted out and go along.
well, and that's kind of well, I was going to kind of get to that. So I don't think that anybody, even Beth and Keith, I don't think any of you have ever stepped foot on Thebus once.
Right, but while we're scanning around and looking for shit, we'll find a bunch of these things and flag that location, and that's where we'll take the dragonfly in on a little hunting expedition with some noble motherfuckers, and we'll kill a fucking cats, fucking get drunk, have a good time, howl at the moon, and then load
yeah.
back up, and they have a hellified,
Oh!
yeah, and
Ooh!
we and then right as we part ways, we give them some time sensitive message that lets them know that yeah, we are the pirates of Drinax, and we've really been had a bad route of PR, and many of the things said against us are really not true, and we just want the word out that we're good guys. That was not us; those were not our nukes. It's obvious that there's no sensor data to support it was
Wait,
us.
okay, hold on now. 'Cause
Yeah, I don't
we want
necessarily
a
know you want to do that.
reputation. We
So
want a
We didn't
reputation
nuke
as
an
being
Imperial
really
frigate.
scary.
Or we could use it to build our reputation of our alternate ego names.
But talking about this,
Okay.
whatever happened to that Sir What's his name that was going to help us out?
So yes, you haven't heard. I mean, you could, of course, anybody who wanted to, while you're on the high port, you could certainly browse through the wanted posters. Well, it would just take a electronics computers plus intellect check. That is public information.
How about it, nerds?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna spend my thing then, since there's no real objections, even if we're not going to do our real name drop. I'm
Sure.
gonna go noble fishing. I mean,
It sounds fun.
we
if
could
nothing
we
else.
can do the thing and then kidnap them at the end.
That's,
You know what I mean?
that's really where I thought it was going at first.
Well, we could take that
I've done
route,
it
but
before.
I thought we could try to spread some goodwill. But I think I mean, if we're on a hunting place and we like to hunt, and
That's
we like
true.
to party on planets, so I'm going to make the ad and see if I can get anything, and then after we, while we're out scanning and doing all that, hopefully we can find a good little prime hunting ground, and we'll wing it like we're fucking hunting experts to get them out there.
That sounds great.
That
So
sounds
yeah.
good.
So we're
For-
going to orbit the planet and look for a ship that wrecked using
Yeah, we've got all
sensors?
kinds of shit to look for. So I mean, I'm thinking the Osiris and its badass sensor suite would make short work of a lot of these tasks.
So for the ad, I would say this would probably be an art plus your like art performance, because you're doing like a video ad, right?
Yeah.
So this would be some kind of like art performance plus.
Is this going to be like the Always Sunny where they try and do the party mansion ad?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. No? Okay.
Art performance plus like either your choice, probably art performance plus your charm.
Make sure to put nothing sexual at the end.
Yeah. Okay. No safety. Right.
That's always
So
that's
let's
always
see.
important. You don't want to attract those kinds of people.
So if I've got art 1, what does that mean? Is that the same thing?
So art 1 would mean that you would have some kind of specialty.
I
Yeah.
don't have that picked.
Well, let's see. What does it say? Anything specific here? It says specifically performance, or I'm sorry, profession and the sciences are brought up. It doesn't say anything about art. So, if you would like, you can just go ahead and. Oh wait, here we go. Art. The art skill is divided into the following specialties: performing, creative, and presentation.
I would definitely have wanted presentation.
Yeah, so presentation would be holography and writing, whereas performing would be a performer and an instrument.
Oh, I'd be more of a performer then. Yeah.
Because, I mean, you would still have Art Zero in presentation. And you'd have Art Zero
Yeah.
in creative, visual media, and exotic media.
Oh, all right. So I'll get then a +2 to this because of my charm is +1.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm being a dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm clicking wrong things and I'm not getting the dice up. So 2.
No, you're good.
Here we go.
I have that problem as well. Okay, so yeah, you come up with a um, an eye-catching ad. I mean, it's quick and dirty, but it is eye-catching and
I will add the video of me fucking buck riding on the fucking big cat thing.
okay.
Yeah. Highly specialized exotic hunting expedition.
Yeah, for
For
that
only
I'll
the
give you an additional +1, so that gives you a 10 total. And so yeah, you have this ad that has gone out, and now the thing is, I mean, obviously the other thing, this Galoof Mega Trader is there, and of course their crew is whooping it up on the high port. There are also several Imperial ships, naval ships, that are in system, of course, because they are a part of um, basically a caravan. And so this convoy of Imperial ships is around, and they are kind of swapping out. One ship will dock while another 3 ships remain on picket. Um, so I mean, probably not the absolute best time to try and raid an incoming ship, but it is what it is. And so these ships are swapping out so that the crews of those ships can get some R&R as well, shore leave.
I'm running that expedition at 250,000 credits.
Okay.
It's full experienced, high whining and dining by the most eloquent stewards.
Nothing sexual.
Yep, no happy endings. Yeah, no nudity, no human waste. We're not dealing with any of that. But the full experience. You know what I'm talking about.
You can ride a cat. You can ride a lion if you want.
I wouldn't recommend it. So while this ad is running,
But just think what you could tell the other nobles if you rode a lion. You really have something to brag about.
Well, how much does it cost to run the ad? And maybe I'll hire a secretary to attempt to
So the local Highport Media will charge you a total of 6,500 credits to run this basically on all their channels.
All right.
After that,
If I give them,
they ought to provide an answering
for an
service.
additional 4,000 credits, they will air it on the video billboards in the concourse and on the small craft that advertise as ships are coming into port.
I'll do that, and I want to hire their marketing manager to handle the responses to the ad. So
Okay.
I'm really wanting a high class hunt. So, just ignore any requests by any bullshit people. Captains, admirals, dukes, people of high class only
Yeah,
qualify
we
is.
ignore the barons and the counts and the
You know what I'm
viscounts.
saying? I don't want some just fucking guy to spend his fucking year's salary to take the trip, just because he's bored and a spacer and he has no real. I want valuable people, but I want to say it in such a way that doesn't sound like I'm trying to lay for kidnap potential.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah, but I'm so uh, if 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 that cost extra, or is that in the package or what?
That would be included in the package.
All right.
So ten
Well, I
thousand
will.
500 credits total.
And I will pay that with a smile on my face.
So while this
So
while this ad is running, I mean, it's not going to likely generate interest immediately.
correct,
Are you guys
but
going to continue on and head down to the planet's surface? What are you doing? What's your plans?
I think so. I think that's
yeah,
where we're gonna check first.
And so you guys want to take your ship, or are you going to take a shuttle?
The Osiris does the best sensors, things like so. I think that's what we should use to look for the ships we're after and like debris of the rich guy's ship that got shot down.
Okay. So you're going to do a couple of orbits and try to
A lot of sensor checks.
well,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, and if we need to do a landing party or something, I mean, we have the dragonfly, so
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're going to have to land first and then unpack the dragonfly. And
okay,
here's the reason why. So if you had the dragonfly in a dedicated landing bay, like you actually had cargo space that was dedicated just to holding the dragonfly, then you would be able to go into the atmosphere and the dragonfly could launch out and do whatever it wanted. But you don't. It's just basically strapped down with cargo nets in the cargo hold. You basically took a smart car and stuck it in the trunk of your Suburban, and so you have to unpack it and do it that way.
it's still worthy to use. I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean the dragonfly is pretty great. So yeah, you get radio clearance to disembark. Captain Beth, you can go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
running the high end ad will also do business in the port to make them think that we're legit of something.
That's true.
I got 7.
Okay. So yeah, you disembark. Nothing too fancy. You get out of the internal docking bay of the high port and successfully miss any of the incoming ships, and you are then radioed from Thebus downport that they've already received your flight plan from the high port. You are cleared to dock and land at docking bay 41, and you can
I
proceed
thought
to
we were
Zanport.
gonna orbit around and
Oh, that's right.
scan.
That's right. You're going to so you get clearance to land, and you guys are making you're taking the long way here.
Well, I'll just tell them that we're going to do a hunting expedition, and we will of course tip the local port, but we are going to go look for good places to hunt the wild cat.
Go ahead and make a deception plus charm check.
Okay. How about a 12?
That is pretty damn good. So, downport comes back to you, and they tell you that they confirm, and they give you a couple of average locations on the planet's surface where they know that there are some good hunts going on. Of course, they're within a couple thousand miles of the downport itself. So in this area, here and here and over here, they tell you there's some good fishing in the bay, and
Nice.
they do tell you.
I brought my fishing rod.
They do tell you that they give you a warning. They do tell you to be careful about Ihati activity on the surface, and that.
Do you have a general location on to stay away from that they might be at?
No. They're kind of scattered around the area. And the only reason why they offer a warning is that he says, you know how the Aslan are. If you even unknowingly accidentally tread on what they consider their territory, they get really uppity about things. And so he says, but right now he says that down here in the wilds, all of the hunters are being warned that things are kind of at a heightened threat level, because some Yahoo local shot down an Ihati ship as it was coming in with a shoulder-mounted RPG.
Do we know where he
That is
was?
another
Where he
reason why
shot
we
from?
want to make. Yeah, do you know about where that might have been?
He gives a general area over here at the base of this mountain area. He says he's not he says he's not completely sure. They didn't track it all the way down, but he says that he saw it in that general vicinity.
Oh, well, roger that. That try to avoid them trouble spots. We're wanting to do a nice, safe hunt. It's not good for business to get caught up into some Aslan's litter box.
Yeah, true that. So if you would like,
so as we tune the scanners over there,
right? So if you want to make an electronics sensors plus intellect check, whoever wants to do that can.
I'm going to add 2 because I like our ship sensors so much. If that's okay.
Sure.
That's an 11.
So yeah, you find your sensors detect there is a mass down here. And what does it say that this was?
By the way, I'm going to wear my battle dress. Enough of this.
That's what I'm going to wear. I see no reason not to.
It's been a while. Yeah.
I don't want to play with kitty cats without something on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Last time it didn't work too good. Somebody still got a scratch across your belly.
So your sensor scan is picking up there is a downed ship, and this is what it is picking up. It is in the 300-ton range, and it is listed as a light trader. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It's a pretty standard tramp freighter that the Aslan use.
Is there a decent landing area that we could land the Osiris at within a few kilometers of that site?
Yes, there is. I mean, there's plenty of open grassland, but there is a densely forested region in this hex as well. But yeah, you could land the Osiris there.
Do you want to? All right, if we want to sneak up on them, we can take the Dragonfly, and it has camouflage. If you're wanting to go up and be Billy Badass, then I guess we just take the Osiris right up on that
Yeah, if we go too close with the Osiris, we're risking ourselves getting shot at too. So
Yeah, but that's our wreck. That's the guy in the ship and all that, right? I mean, in theory.
Almost has to be, right? Yeah.
You know.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It almost has to be what we're looking for, right? How many
Yeah, I
of these are gonna
mean,
be wrecked?
yeah, I mean, it is
I mean,
feasible that you would
what's the
probably
odds of 2 ships getting shot down in the last 3 weeks?
right.
So yeah, then I guess we'll go to sit down, and I will tell the Marines to prepare to deploy the Dragonfly.
Yeah, everybody suit up.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody get suited and booted.
All right. So
okay, folks, lasers or Gauss rifles?
Whatever hurts the most.
Listen to your heart.
Lasers. I have a cartridge. I now have a cartridge laser carbine, so
yeah.
I don't even have to have a backpack.
So Beth, go ahead and make another piloting plus dex check.
Shit, I got worse. I got 6 this time.
Well, 6 is the bare minimum. So she is able to bring in the Osiris, and as you guys are heading down, your sensors are starting to come up with as you're getting closer to the ground, a little bit faster than you would normally like, but she seems to have things under control. Your sensors are.
I go find a seat and strap myself in my battle dress.
Yes.
Good idea.
How rough of a landing. Oh God, we're all going to die.
As I mumble to myself, I'm going to die.
So, of course, as you get closer, ground side, the resolution on your scanners brightens up and is picking up smaller and smaller blips. And you detect that in the region there are at least 2 air raft flitting around down there near where you want to land.
Somebody get on the turret and blow the air rafts up.
Open fire.
Well, I mean, that is the response. Once we need to get the Dragonfly unpacked. It's got an auto cannon that would be great taking on air rafts and stuff. But that requires landing and getting unpacked. We could land even further away and still fly in with the Dragonfly. Yeah.
I now have a turret wafer, so I can go get on the turret if you want.
So,
well, I mean,
we
don't
know.
necessarily want to kill. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what this is about yet. We just know that those are the things.
Well, hi, Eve. How you doing?
Can we get the general make of these air rafts? Are these human, Aslan?
You're still. I mean, you know that there's air rafts. I mean, you don't have. There's no such thing as it's not like Star Trek life sensors.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know that they're in the air and they're moving.
Let's approach cautiously.
All right. We could take a grav bike out.
Does that fit on the Dragonfly as well?
We have them.
No, we have like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of your cargo is taken up with vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably need to fucking get rid of the fucking grav bikes if we're gonna do anything.
I don't know. Grav bikes are so cool though.
Yeah, it's like
to have like little fucking guys be able to zoom out on grav bikes. But I mean, if someone wants to jump on the back of my grav bike, I can go run a front forward thing on the landing thing. That shouldn't be hard to get out.
Yeah, I'll jump on the back of the grav bike.
Okay. So
yeah.
So you guys open up You guys are suicidal. So you guys open up the back of the Harrier's cargo bay and take off in a grav bike out of the cargo hold. So Ting, go ahead and make a let's see, that would be a flyer grav plus dex check.
Yeah, and my dex is enhanced due to my battle dress, so it gives me a +4. So 9 + 4 is 13. So that's +2, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then my grab flyers too. So we're 4. Those are good. Those are good numbers.
Nice. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This style.
So you're in battle dress. Keith, are you in battle dress?
Yes, I am also in battle dress.
Okay. So you guys shove off out of the back of this thing, and because you're both in battle dress and on a grav bike, you are falling a lot like the whale from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hello, ground. And Ting hits the power, and you guys take off. It's a little bit more sluggish than you would have liked, but the anti-grav kicks in, and you guys speed off towards the landing site. I don't know what is the. Now I need to find grav bike.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Let's see here.
That's definitely good for the story, though. I mean, we just take off in a grav bike and fuck up the air raft people and then ask questions. Yeah.
Page 126, G-Bike. So the G-Bike... Its cruise speed is very slow. Oh, wait. No, that's Graveler. Sorry. G-Bike. There it is. Okay, so its cruise speed is fast. It has a speed of very fast. And what does that mean? Vehicle range bands. Very fast. 500 to 800 kilometers per hour. So yeah, that's pretty good. The only reason why I ask is I don't know that. I mean, yeah, she's coming in for a landing, so I would say that you guys, if you're gunning it and taking off, you're going to be able to shoot out in front of the Osiris. And so you guys get down on this grav bike and are just zipping right along. And as you go over this plain of grass, there is a sudden whirlwind of dirt and grass that flies up behind you. And you can, as you're getting closer, you can see that there are these two air rafts, and they have a number of guys, humans in them, that are armed with hunting rifles, like big game, like hunting rifles, and most of them are. They look like they are dressed as though they are channeling the ghost of Teddy Roosevelt. They've got the upturned safari hat, and I think one of them probably has a pith helmet on, and they are in the back of these air raft, and they're kind of looking through their scopes. And both of you can make a recon plus intellect check.
Okay.
Nice. So Keith, you
I'm driving.
right, yes, I don't have time to look around. I'm driving. You actually see what it is that they are hunting. These two air rafts are hunting, and this is what it looks like.
Ooh. Oh wow. Hey Ting, there's a lion down there.
Oh well, hell yeah! I need to launch a fucking camera remote to go get footage of that for our videos. But nevertheless, what do you want to do?
I want
So
to
I
shoot
think
it
that
with
we're
a
safe.
laser
I don't
rifle.
think these guys are going to go after us. They're going after the lion.
Yeah.
Right. It's probably a hunting party, but if we stunned them and took all their shit, just left them naked laying here, we could use their outfits for our hunting party and
Great idea.
And the
make it
lion's
look
gonna
good.
eat them
I mean,
anyway.
Take all their
Yeah.
shit so that you could dress up whoever's going.
yeah.
Oh God.
Can you stun a lion?
So I mean, we do need to prep the area for clearing for our landing. Should we go talk to them?
I think
Let's
they're
do
kind
it.
of busy, aren't they?
Oh, they're
they-
not too busy to talk.
Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, I don't know. I guess they're busy. Yeah, they are in the process of hunting. I'm trying to find exactly.
What if we drop stun grenades on top of them? Just did a
And they'll get eaten
zoom
by
in-
the lion, I think.
Yeah, that's more
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
I
and if
bought
we
some- I bought some
videotape that,
aerosol grenades. We could drop a sleeping potion.
I mean, if you're kind of together, are they?
Let people enjoy things.
We are. We are adding dude, I've got stun
Why
grenades.
should they
Keith.
enjoy
I mean,
things?
we
That's
could just
what we
drop
do.
them.
We
You
just
know?
drop stun grenades on them.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, these guys
I'm
are
not
using
very
big game
modern.
rifles. Now, big game rifles. They've got. These are the 3D+3 big hunting rifles. Super long. They have a range of 200 meters, and a 5-shot mags on them, which is what these guys are carrying.
I
So-
think we're.
How
They
big
got
is
too
this
small a
lion?
weapon? They need a pony gun.
It's
Yeah,
funny
how
'cause it
big
says
is
that
the
these are
lion?
very bulky, but it does not state that they have the scope trait. And I'm going to immediately alter that. They do have the scope trait, because why would you have a big game rifle
Yeah.
without a scope?
I'm gonna go hunt without the scope.
Right,
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to use my iron sights when I'm shooting at an elephant.
right.
Well,
So how big is this lion?
So the lions, that's a very good question.
they weigh 3,000 pounds. They're 26 feet across.
Well,
Kind of like the lanky.
it is
seeing
considered
there.
large, so you get a +1 to trying to hit it. What I doubt that Keith has ever seen a real lion in person. I
Yeah,
would
I
imagine you
noticed.
may have seen, whatever the futuristic version of National Geographic is. You've probably seen like videos of such things, or maybe not. I mean, does anybody even give a shit about Earth anymore, other than the Soleimani? Probably not. So I don't know. You may not have seen them, but from all the advertisements that you heard from these hunting companies up on the high port, they made it sound like these things are, killers of men and vicious. But seeing it in person, yeah, it's big, and obviously it can shred you, but they look a lot thinner. They look more emaciated than you would have expected. Leaner,
Aw.
I guess leaner, not emaciated, but lean muscle mass as opposed to what you were thinking of. You were thinking the big barrel chest and huge lion. That's not really what these are. Lions that are more like an underfed panther.
Mm.
So the stun grenades have a blast of 9, and they'll do 3B. And if we get rid of all their endurance on the first thing, they go unconscious.
So it's got a 9-meter blast radius.
Yeah, so I'm saying if they're there and we just do 2 stun grenades, which I happen to have right
Oh my
here,
gosh. I don't know if this is such a good idea. It might get us some bad press.
I actually have 7 stun grenades.
It's if we only get caught. If nobody knows what we do, then did we really do it?
Yeah, it's only illegal if you get caught.
That's right. There's a good chance that somebody has spotted us by now.
Oh,
Is it? I don't know.
well, yeah. I mean, you have a 600-ton ship coming in pretty much right behind you, with landing gear down.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't want to stun them.
So we should use frags.
Is this ship gonna like scare away the
Plasma.
We could scare away the prey, and then they'd run off after it.
That's a really good question.
Maybe I'll come in revving the engine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that would scare shit out of it.
Yeah.
So
why would a grav engine make a noise?
I don't know, because of Star Wars. There's explosions in space too. Don't question it.
Why do we have explosions in space? Did you know
gotta have a horn on it.
The seed from Star Wars in the tunnel was straight out of a World War II air-to-air movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just super toes X-wings and TIE fighters over the Zeros and P-40s.
The one that cracks me up is that that during the filming of the Phantom Menace, that George Lucas, it took forever to do the lightsaber duels, and George Lucas kept getting pissed off because Liam Neeson would make the lightsaber sounds as he was fighting. And so every time I hear that, I die laughing. I'm just trying to imagine Liam Neeson, 6 foot, what? He's like 6'6". He's huge. This big, tall man making lightsaber sounds. It's so awesome. Yeah, so the ship coming in, it is making quite a bit of noise, and the Theban lion is like, fuck this, I'm out, and takes off. One of the hunters
turns and fires.
Is going to try to shoot it. Well, damn.
Wow.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Glad you got that roll out of the way.
3D plus 3.
Now we drop the stun grenades.
Oh my gosh.
Minus 8. Need my calculator.
$13.
So he does. He doesn't hurt this thing as much as you might think. This big game rifle hits this Theban lion. Pretty solid hit, and it kind of stops and growls and lets out a roar, and it seems more pissed off than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
Shall I get on the turret and blow it away?
What if they want to make it into sausages or something?
Yeah, I mean, what? These guys look like noble-ish type people, though.
Then they probably want to make it into a rug.
Right.
Yeah.
So they won't like a bunch of
a toupee.
Yeah.
Hold on here.
If they're nobles, though, they would fit nice in our prison. I'm just saying. We have a luxury prison.
A luxury, yes. Our prison allows you to get away from it all.
Yeah.
Do we have a freezer?
Sit back and unwind as you.
Do we have a freezer?
No, we have low bursts, I think.
Yeah, I could freeze them if you want to.
Yeah.
I've done it before, I think.
Yeah.
I froze them off with things. I froze cows once.
I mean,
So Beth is a 4-star admiral tonight.
it just depends on how much we think these guys are worth, when we talk to them.
Okay,
One of them
so
says, fucking it. If one of them's a king, it's on.
we are we already got two
He's
things
not
that
going to
would-
wait for permission. He's just going
that just seems like what's happening. I don't know.
He's
how
going to go rogue.
much control I have over this at all.
Okay.
Oh, we're rolling initiative. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm
No.
setting you guys up for.
I got an 8.
I'm going to get to do something quick.
What did I do? Okay. I lost my computer screen, but I'm okay. Seven.
No, we're just going to try to talk to him first, right, Keith? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into a fight immediately with them.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Well, I mean, it's been a while.
They may
been
just
doing
go
all this
away,
with
and we may have to fight kitty cats.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we
You
can.
know,
We
you
can.
think it'd be nice if we
No.
said, "We're here to find you and let your dad know you're alive," if they wouldn't fight us. Fat lot of good that chance is.
All right. So I will come in non-combatively. We'll just see how it works out. I'm going to
Like
ignore the
that
cat
circle.
and their hunt, and I'm just going to land the bike and deploy my fucking camera thing, my camera drone.
We can get footage.
I have an 8.
Yeah, got to get some footage.
And Gregor got an 8.
Yes.
So there are 4 of these hunters, and there are 2 pilot. Well, I should probably. Do something for the pilots.
We might want to find out who these pilot/guides are, because we could use them for our hunt.
Well, I mean, let's see how it plays out. They're one mistake away from it being on. Just hoping it goes that way, but they probably won't. Someone did something good.
Okay. So, so this hunter rips off a shot, and Ting, you see this lion get hit, and it turns around, and it looks. Oh, right, fucking lion. Here's a good question. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Guess it doesn't even matter what token I use for it.
Yeah, the name Lion ought to give it away.
Yeah, I'll just give it Lion as its name.
We're pretty much theater to mine this anyway, right?
Yes.
These are just tokens on the side of the.
Yeah,
the
it's just because I need tokens to do the turn order. Stupid Lion, he does have heightened senses, so he gets a +1 for a 10. Wait, why isn't that? No, I do not want that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you see the Ting. You see this hunter rip-off shot, and the Theban lion stops, and it to you it looks like this lion's like, you know what? I'm going to attack one of the one of those air rafts. What does Ting want to do?
Ting wants to hover the bike in place and deploy his camera drone.
Okay. All right. So Ting kind of rears up, and the bike kind of hovers in place. You can make a remote ops or electronics remote ops plus a dex check to deploy your drone.
Oh yeah, I'm in super suit. I'm very fast.
Okay, so you deploy your camera drone. You just kind of throw out, this thing's like a disc. You throw it out, and it deploys its cameras, and it gets to work. What do you have the drone do?
Oh, I want to watch these lions eat these fucking hunters. I mean,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the drone, you zero in with the drone. The pilots are actually going to try and steady their craft. Oh, they're not doing very well.
Ooh.
Neither one of them are doing very well. Okay. Look at this. Somebody call the pit boss. I just rolled two blackjacks.
All right.
So neither of these pilots seem to be doing very good, and they are, I mean, Keith and Ting, you guys are kind of watching this happen. Ting more so even than Keith, because Ting has the camera lens. You know, he's got a much closer telescopic view of what's going on. It's kind of making your asshole pucker, because these two idiots that are piloting these air raft are getting way too close, and the Theban lion is going.
I mean, they're not 200 meters away.
No, no. The Theban lion that can move 10 meters per minor action does a 10-meter leap onto the hood of this air raft and is going to take.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you see this air raft, the front end kind of dips down as this lion lands on the front of it, and it swipes. Oh, yeah, and he's got natural claws of 2. Yeah, that's going to hit the driver.
Yeah, I would say so.
Ooh, I'm going to zoom in on his gaping open wound.
Plus 3 to damage. So the Theban lion reaches out and swipes, and the driver of this thing isn't wearing. He's wearing a brush shirt with the sleeves rolled up. And
not anymore.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have a front anymore. He looks better in red because he's got claw marks across his chest, and he slumps back in the seat, and he's not moving. And this air raft is now going wildly out of control, and with this lion on top of it. Beth,
nice.
You bring the Osiris down, and you can see that Ting and Keith are just kind of hovering on on this bike, kind of watching this pandemonium ensue. And so you are able to bring the Osiris down with a clunk. And what are you guys having the Marines do? I mean, are they deploying they're probably taking the dragonfly out as soon as you land. I would assume that was
They
were
are
telling
making me popcorn for the drone footage.
because that's
Yeah,
you
they
told
can
them to
deploy.
prep the dragonfly, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so they're supposed to roll out.
so yeah, as soon as you land, the Marines are rolling out the dragonfly. Beth, what do
Yeah.
you want to do?
Order the steward bot to make the popcorn. Maybe I should get on a grab bike as well.
Okay, so you're heading back to the cargo bay to get on a grav bike. Gregor, what are you doing?
I'm walking out the hatch the Marines are at
Okay.
and providing cover
Okay, so you kind of drop
with
down to
with my cartridge laser carbine with 4D.
okay, so you kind of get down on one knee, and you guys are.
I mean, with the 25 in my battle dress, I don't think this line's going to do much to my battle
Yeah,
dress.
where Beth set the Osiris down, you guys are a good 700 meters away from what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Of course, your cartridge, your laser carbine, does it have a scope trait? Well, it doesn't matter.
No.
You're in battle dress. I mean,
I'm in battle dress.
yeah, you can telescope in and binoc in and see what's going on. And you see one of these air rafts clearly with a lion on the hood, and an unconscious pilot is. Well, you're not sure if the pilot's unconscious, but he's bleeding a lot. Keith, what do you want to do? You're on the back of Ting's grab bike.
wants to
So
start
I'm
laughing
considering
and-
taking a shot at the lion just to rescue these saps that are kind of in a bad situation here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you've
think
got a
that's what I'll do.
stable platform. He is stopped and hovering, so if you want to take a shot, there's no plus or minus to it.
Okay. That is 12.
Okay. What are you shooting at him?
My laser rifle, why not?
Okay.
Fuck it. You can't
So
miss.
that is a +4 to your damage.
All right. Oh my gosh. So that is 20.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, he's already been hit with what, 13?
Yeah.
It's probably still doing pretty well.
Really?
My
Well,
guess.
it's like the lanky I had to hunt.
Mm.
I'm shooting something with a hunting rifle that's got 150 hit points.
Yeah.
So, so you tag him really well with your laser rifle, and the Theban lion is actually knocked off of this this air raft that is careening out of control and tumbles across the ground and rolls, and finally comes back up onto its feet. And you can see that there's a burn mark stitched onto its side. There's smoke coming off of its fur. The hunters, now you have their attention. The hunters, two of them are turn around. The two in the decent air raft turn around and are shaking their fist at you. The two in the careening air raft, one of them is going to try to reach over and try to control the air raft. I'm going to roll
maybe
2d
the other
first
one.
because I'm trying to decide if. Oh yeah, he does know how to pilot an air raft. So, I mean, he's not great at it, but. So he reaches forward and grabs the controls and kind of pulls this thing or is getting it under control. The other hunter at a -2 because this thing is it was in a flat spin, and he is going to try to shoot at the Theban lion and misses.
You should be doing med care to the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot. Well, you'll see here in just a minute. So, Ting, what do you want to do?
Those guys that are shaking their fists and stuff, I guess. Is
Yeah.
that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're in the air raft that hasn't been attacked. They're shaking
Right,
their
but
fists.
they're not pointing a gun or nothing at me though.
No.
Okay. I wanna look around and see if I can want to use my thermal vision
Okay.
out of my eyes and see if I can locate any other lions around.
That's a really good question. Go ahead and make a a recon plus intellect check.
All right, and I get +1 because I'm using my eyes. So yeah, 11.
So in the forest, so this grassland goes right up to this forest. This forest is it's low, so these trees aren't growing, super tall, but it is very dense. And you are seeing
That's excellent deer territory.
that there are at least 3 other lions in there, but you also notice something else. You are registering heat signatures coming from the crash site, and so you guys can actually see the start of where this Aslan far trader crashed into the ground. You can see a scar in this grassland, and it basically goes in and it knocked over a bunch of trees at the edge of this forest, and some of the trees fell on top of it. But you're seeing that there are heat signatures coming from that crash site, and this crash site's been here at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Nice. I am going to look down at the other 2 hunters, and I'm gonna say, land your craft there so we can provide medical aid to your injured mate. And I'm gonna try to get them to land kind of close to those other lions, and I'm gonna get the drone to kind of show it. And there, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay. The pilots, the first pilot, the 2 hunters, they turn around and are telling the pilot, and they're pointing at the lion. The pilot is going to attempt to get closer and get them a decent shot.
Fuck yeah.
And he succeeds. He's going to get a decent shot for these hunters on their turn. The other pilot kind of rouses himself, and he's going to take control of his craft. And yeah, he's not doing so good. He ends up just kind of pitching forward, and you see this air raft bounce off the landscape.
Yeah, awesome.
Wow.
The 2 hunters in the back
Are thrown out and turned into lion food.
The first one is hanging on. Both of them are able to hang on as this air raft kind of skips twice off the ground. The lion is
They're gonna need new underwear.
right. The lion is
4 lions total.
yes. There are 3 that are stealthed in the trees. They're attempting to hide.
I see no reason to point them out.
This lion decides that sticking around here is not healthy, and so it is using all 3 minor actions to run 30 meters just old dash makes it into the tree line and kind of disappears into the brush. Beth, you get to the cargo bay. There are, of course, 4 more grav bikes here. Of course, the Dragonfly is now out, and the Marines are ready for it to take boarding operations.
So I could just hop on the Dragonfly?
You could do that, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Let's see.
It's got an autocannon on the front of it.
Heck yeah. I just don't know how well I do at the drive part of the grav bike. I don't
Well,
want to
I
like
now
break
have a
out.
wafer for grav flyer.
Ooh.
Okay, so Beth, you hop into the Dragonflyer copter, and yes, it does have a pintle mount light autocannon on the front with basic fire control, which basically means that whatever you point it at, it's not going to give you a plus or minus to your roll, but at least you can aim it. So is that your plan, that Gregor's going to pilot this thing while Beth takes over the turret?
Well, I'm +4 on pilot.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay.
And I get in.
So, Gregor, you
and the Marines follow.
Yeah, this thing will hold 16 passengers. So the Marines pile into the back of this grav copter. Gregor, if you would like to take off and head towards the action, you can make a flyer grav plus dex check.
That works. 12.
Yeah. So you lift off in this gravcopter and head towards where these guys are at. Now, so this thing has a cruise speed of medium, but it can cruise at high speed. So medium speed is 100.
Since we're only 200 meters, there's no reason to go very fast.
700 meters.
700 meters.
Yeah, I mean it can travel at medium speed. Its cruise speed is about 200 kilometers per hour. High speed is 300 per hour. So yeah, I mean you're going to close 700 meters pretty quick, even at cruise speed. I would say that you will get there next round. Actually, no. I mean, if you lift off and cruise over there, I would say that you're going to be there this round. Keith, what are you doing?
I'm uncertain if there's anything I should do right now. I think I'll just hold fire. I'm going to just sit here and maybe let's see. I guess I just want to keep an eye on the hunters and make sure they're not doing anything aggressive towards us.
Okay, so you're kind of eyeing the hunters. The hunters, no, they are not. But the lion has essentially gotten away, and so you guys are more or less out of combat at this point, and so the two air raft kind of pull back together, and the one pilot is getting a first aid kit, and trying to help the other pilot daub at his at his wounds. The dragon flyer comes up, behind you guys. What are you What are you doing? You guys, you've got a dragon flyer and a grav bike.
Well, I'm going to tell them to set their ravs down.
They have landed and are trying to provide first aid for the other pilot.
Wonderful. I will. I'll land. I'm going to land down there and assess the situation. Ask them. If any of them are standing around, I'd be like, "Who are you?"
So the hunters, one of them is assisting the other driver, trying to, and I'm going to say this in air quotes, provide first aid. Neither one of them looks like they know what the hell they're doing. But the other three hunters are they have slung their rifles, but they are pissed off. They are yelling at you. You scared away our prey, and oh, now we're gonna have to spend another day hunting, try and find another one, and they're all pissed off.
Right. Well, sorry about that, chap.
I have a 30
we'll help you
millimeter
find
gun
another
that I can
prey.
argue with
Yeah.
them.
I'll be like, look, your man is injured, and we happen to have a top-notch doctor on our vehicle. Perhaps you're using the wrong hunting service.
Well, what do you mean the wrong hunting service?
Well, if you would have been our guest, we would have had a nice, safe location with a well planned out hunt, and it would have been successful. It would have been out of the way where people wouldn't stumble across me and interrupt my hunt, such as what you've had done here.
What the other pilot, as he's trying to, put a gauze bandage on this guy's chest, turns and goes, "Hey, stop trying to poach our customers."
I mean, you're riding around in these cheap dirtbag air rafts. I mean, look at us. We've got a copter and grav bikes. It's just
We got a
you
spaceship.
should have expected to fail just by who you've hired.
Eve.
So, Beth, are you see the one of the hunters and the other pilot the other pilot's now more interested in trying to stop Ting from poaching his customers, but neither one of these two idiots seem to be very good at first aid, and the one pilot, his shirt is shredded open, he's bleeding profusely. Did you want to run out and provide him some first aid or not?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So
Let's let him bleed to death.
Yeah, just let him. Fuck these guys. So so go ahead
We're
and
poaching his customers anyway. We'll just let him bleed to death.
right. Go ahead and make a medic plus education check.
That's gonna be 9.
Okay. So you give him good enough first aid. He's able to get one of his endurance points back from the 6, and you kind of use the staple gun and staple him up, or the super glue gun or whatever. And the other pilot is still arguing with Tang. Gregor and Keith, what are you guys doing?
I step out of the copter and I start looking around to see what else, any other infrared sources I can find.
So
I don't want to make sure those other 3 lions don't start sneaking up.
So go ahead and make another make a recon plus intellect check.
Only a 7.
So you look over towards the tree line, and you do not see any of these the lions that were there before that I assume Ting probably, well, I don't know if Ting reported or not.
I could broadcast that pretty easily,
but you don't see the same heat signatures. Your guess is that this was probably a small pride, and as soon as this male that they were hunting decided to nope out, the rest of the pride followed him, and they went deeper into the forest. You are seeing the heat signature coming from the edge, just inside the edge of this forest, of following this big gouge in the land where this ship crashed.
I want to go ahead.
Captain, I think we have we need to go check this crash site out. Should I send some of the Marines out to clear a path?
Yes. Make it so.
So ordered.
So your Marines bail out in their various makeshift, whatever they could pick up, combat armor, and head off in that direction. As soon as these Marines pile out and head off in that direction, armed with Gauss rifles and whatnot, these Marines are I don't. I wouldn't say that they are operating in a military fashion because they're not military Marines. You have to keep in mind that these are pirate Marines, and so, but still, they're all wearing mismatched combat armor and whatnot, and they pile out what 12 of them, something like that. 24? No, probably.
No, it's only 16.
There would only be 16 in there.
Minus us.
Well,
so
pilot crew is 2. So yeah, you could have 16 Marines in there. So these 16 Marines pile out and take off, and these 2 hunters that are arguing with Ting, as soon as they see these Marines take off along this gash in the ground, they immediately shut up. They're like, what?
I would like to try to have my assassin droid sneak over and with his monofilament blade disable their air rafts while they're parked there and all these distractions are going on. I just want to send a little assassin droid to kind of go over there and cut the wires inside their.
Oh my gosh, that's so mean.
Leave them stranded here.
Go ahead and make an electronic remote ops plus.
Well, we could take the wounded pilot back, and the rest of them can be
remote
lion
ops,
food.
It would be remote ops plus intellect because you're basically calling the droid and giving him an order because he's still on the ship.
Oh,
yeah, no problem. Right. So yeah, your little assassin spider droid heads off in that direction.
Yeah, and I will.
I'm too busy saving lives to notice what's
happening. She's busy with her Black & Decker stapled in,
And my duct tape, yeah.
I will tell the hunters that there's some paperwork that you need to fill out due to this altercation that we had. The medical care that's being
we have to give you the bill for the medical treatment.
Yeah, so I mean, this is going to take a little while, and I'll pull out my data pad and start asking them. I'll ask them the same question over and over again, different ways, like like a cop would do.
Right.
Like, So you been here all day?
Make a deception. Make a deception plus intellect check.
How long you been here? Oh yeah. That's been all day. A deception plus what?
Intellect.
All right, so that's 3. Can I lie today? Because I'm Ting motherfucking Hansen. I can.
So yeah. One of them is trying his best to answer your ridiculous questions. The other one unzips a pocket on his shirt and reaches in and he pulls out
1,000 credit note and says, "Go away."
That'd be fair.
Yeah, he pulls out 5,000 credit plaques, and he just holds them out to you. He says, "Will this cover medical services?"
No.
Oh my god!
We can't give you a bill until after the services are rendered. The Captain Beth might have to use cybernetics. We don't know. And when is it you guys came here? Where'd you come from?
That's a good question.
The downpour.
Your date of birth.
So all 4 of these hunters are actually from Tobiah.
Tobiah. Well, what are you from? Some families that we should know about or something?
No, these are wealthy industrialists.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just going to take a little while. I'm going to fill out my report, and 5,000 credits might probably cover for everything, but just let me fill out my paperwork. There's a wreck in the area. We have to make sure that you're not part of it. Have you been drinking?
Well, yes, but that's really neither here nor there.
But you're operating a firearm while you're drinking.
The pilot that Beth just stitched up, is sitting there and he goes, "Oh, the wreck. Yeah, you guys are probably gonna want to avoid that. That was an Aslan Ihati ship that one of the locals shot down. They were on a previous hunting trip and using some stupidly insane hardware." And they shot down an Aslan Ihati ship. They've been bragging about it
And
all
you've
over
been bringing,
all over the downport.
and you've been, and you thought it would be a good idea to bring your hunting party in this area, knowing that.
Well, it was like 3 weeks ago, and there's been no activity from that ship.
So you've been here 3 weeks.
No, but I mean, other hunting parties have been out in the area. If there were Aslan that had survived the crash, then there would have been some kind of problem. We've dealt with the Ihati before. There's the
You got some ID on you?
In which case,
Got some
if there's
ID?
been no activity from the kitty cats, then we should just go investigate.
I want their IDs though. I mean, I have this report to fill out.
Collection.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and make another. Go ahead and make another deception plus intellect check.
yeah.
Yeah, so they all produce IDs.
Yeah.
They think you're some kind of official. They're like, okay.
Yeah.
And one of the
Yeah,
hunters
no,
is like, we didn't break any laws. We hired these hunters, and the two pilots are like, well, we didn't break any laws. We have our licenses on file.
is it a both higher and lower point file with the exemption tax credit from 1987? 7-R subsection 3.
We don't know what that is. We just filed the correct paperwork with Thebus Downport.
Oh, but you didn't get an okay from the high port. Also,
we don't need an okay from the high port. The high port doesn't care about us. That's owned by the Thebus High Port Corporation. They don't care.
I'm gonna have to run this
good
ID.
cop. You just get out of here before he starts writing tickets.
That's right. Yeah.
So Gregor, the Marine commander, radios into you and tells you that that this ship is it's down, and they have scouted around the ship. They have not entered the vessel, but he says that he does see where there is explosive damage on the hull, towards the engines, which is probably what brought it down. He says he's not sure if it's damage from the crash, or if it looked like shit before it came down. It doesn't look like this ship was in the best of condition, would be his guess. But he says
so Dad didn't pay for a premium ship.
He says there is a body outside. Aslan.
Is it Aslan?
It is an Aslan female. It looks like the carcass has been picked over a bit, probably from the lions.
Captain, I'm going to go up and check with the Marines.
I was thinking I would check out this ship as well.
Okay.
Go with Gregor.
So Gregor and Keith, you make your way up to this ship, and this Aslan ship, it is. Well, I can show you the ship. So it is a trader, 310 trader, and the specific damage that you are seeing. Let me guess, it's not going to show me. Interesting. So the specific damage that you're seeing to this ship is up towards deck 3, right about here. You do see where there is a blast mark. But the rest of the ship, so towards the bottom of the ship, the deck 1 is partially buried in the dirt and pretty badly crumpled. Whatever was in there isn't going to be in too good a shape. Deck 2 is also fairly crumpled, as are these wings, which your guessing would be fuel for the jump drive. The top deck 3 and deck 4 seem to be in fairly good structurally sound, but you are seeing that there are a number of to your engineer's eyes, you are seeing that there are a number of old scars.
Interesting. So they got a lucky shot, it seems like, to get that.
Probably,
that,
yes.
that engine. What do I think of the capability of getting this thing back into the air?
You would have to board the ship and actually check out engineering. Looking at it, you could, I mean, with these 16 Marines, looking at the outside, dig out around it, and you probably imagine there's going to need to be some repair work done to the landing struts. Probably patch the hull on the bottom 2 decks. As far as, that'll at least make it space-worthy. But as far as what the engines and what the engineering compartment looks like, you're not sure.
Okay.
Is there any way to try and use comms to
Yeah,
talk to them?
I was just going to suggest that I use comms to try to communicate with the ship itself, see if there's anybody on board that's responsive.
No, you are getting no response back.
Is there a plug on the outside for connecting something to the intercom?
Yeah, there would be a plug. Where is the airlock on this thing? Let me guess. It's all the way up on deck 4. Yes, of course. So yeah, there would be up here on deck 4. There is that would be on the port side. There is the airlock is open.
Oh.
And there
we
is
can just yell in from the door.
There is an Aslan control panel there with a an access point.
I'm gonna look for a trail heading off away from this.
Okay, so whoever wants to look for a trail can make a survival plus intellect check.
I have it at 0. What for me?
Yeah, 10.
I got 12.
Okay. So you do see that there is a trail leading off. Well, you find 2 things. You do find that there is a trail leading off. You also see that there is a site on the ground in this this wooded area that looks like there was a scuffle, like there was a fight between probably 2 to 3 large creatures. Like the dirt is laid out and the ground cover foliage is broken and scuffled around, but then you see that there are tracks that lead off deeper into the forest. You also find that there are some drops of blood on the ground.
That's not a good sign.
I suppose we can't tell if it's lion or Aslan blood.
Probably not.
I would imagine.
Without a lab, probably.
I don't know. Her med kit's pretty good.
Okay.
Hold on, let me. I think you've got a TL15 med kit, don't you?
I got 14.
14. Okay.
So it's great.
Med kit, page 90. So that's an enhanced med kit, gives you a +2 to your first aid checks. Yeah. It does have diagnostic devices and scanners, so yeah, you can go ahead and make a medical plus education check, and you get a +2 to that.
Oh, I rolled boxcar, so.
Oh, okay. Well, so you do determine that this is you detect both kinds. One
That's what I
is
thought.
Aslan blood, and the other one is of another feline type. Feline phenotype that you haven't run in before. You're guessing it's probably a Theban lion.
I
Okay.
would have thought that Aslan would have had a decent chance against one of those lions.
Yeah, I would hope so. So maybe they're out there somewhere. You could follow the trail of blood.
Yeah. Do we all want to go, or do we want to stealth this? Try to hide as we go through the forest, or what are we thinking?
I feel
Force or
invincible in my battle dress.
okay,
So
go in force.
I
Gregor,
think so.
while they're checking out the blood, you do notice too that this female Aslan, she's wearing a typical Aslan jumpsuit type. Um, I was going to say uniform, but it's just basically like a jumpsuit, typical Aslan dress. But she appears that that's all she's wearing. She doesn't have any equipment on her.
Mm,
Belts
Captain,
and equipment and
there's
things like that have been stripped off.
Okay.
I tell the captain that all our equipment's gone. I
Hmm.
tell the whole crew, and I question out loud, do you think maybe her equipment was savaged by the remaining crew?
Could be. They might have. Well, okay. I don't know. Hard to say what's happened so far. We only have a
Is
little
it
bit of it.
Aslan culture to bury their dead or cremate them or just leave them out in the open?
Usually they bury their dead.
So there would be a reason this one's not buried.
Keith and Beth, it is after your tracking. It appears to you that it looks like they left in a hurry.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's lions around and you're not wearing battle dress, you might want to leave in a hurry.
That's true.
Yeah. The one
Okay,
has to be
so
careful with these wild animals. Sometimes running is going to attract their attention and make them attack you.
who wants to follow the
I'm
trail
surprised that
and who
I'm
wants to
surprised
go
they don't
inside?
have any weapons though.
So, do you want to follow the trail and investigate the ship at the same time, or do you want to investigate the ship after we've followed the trail, Captain?
I'm asking you guys. Uh,
I
it's a
probably follow the
democracy. So
trail would be the
let's see if
best.
we.
I mean, that's yeah. If we don't find the prints and all that, then all this ship is salvage anyway.
Right.
I feel like if they're inside the ship, they're probably safer than the ones that are outside it. So yeah, that's why I want to follow the trail first.
You want to go through
Yeah.
the ship first?
I want to go follow the blood trail first and see
Yeah,
where it leads.
I'd like to follow the blood trail too.
Okay, so Ting kind of joins back up with you guys, leaving these hunters with more questions than they started with because they have no idea who he were even talking to. But he now has he has copies of their IDs and a little bit of information about all of them. All four of the hunters are basically high-level execs for Ling Standard Products Corporation. Everybody knows Ling Standard Products. They make standard products. Like almost everything is a Ling Standard Products thing. They make everything from military grade vehicles to probably the microwave oven.
Toothbrushes.
Yeah, electric toothbrushes, and the microwave oven
You
that's
know,
sitting in your galley.
yeah, just to show them that there's no hard feelings in this stuff. I'll tell them if they want to wait by the dragonfly, we're going to go investigate this because that is maritime laws. When you find a shipwreck, you have to investigate it, no matter the species.
They're like, no, we're going to go back to our hotel room and we'll pick up our hunt again tomorrow.
All right, well,
Good luck.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
I'll take his 5,000 credit stick and give it to Captain Beth.
Okay.
You earned it, Tim.
Yeah.
That's $5,000 worth of bullshit.
Yeah. Well done.
Help pay back for his ad.
We will pick this up next week with you guys following the trail through the forest, looking for these Aslan that made their way off into the forest. Next week on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. It
You're
was pretty
welcome.
fun.
All right. Have a good night, guys.